what peace journalism does is it understands that our differences are not wide gaps, but they're nuanced. And so that's what we try to help people to articulate through the stories in the fig tree. But solutions journalism is helping people to realize that there are solutions. When people read or watch or listen to media, they're looking not only for what's the problem, but they kind of want to know people are capable of solving problems. And it's like our media doesn't allow that because they believe that they're going to get profits off of people being anxious.
I learn something every time I read The Fig Tree. I learn about the organizations and the people doing good work in this community. And I value that so much because I feel really connected to those people. There is so much good happening in the world, and there is so much kind of ferocious goodness. I feel uplifted and I feel unexpectedly joyous.
The Fig Tree does a remarkable job of communicating, of being a bridge, of inspiration. I would say it's been a real gift to the religious communities here in the Inland Northwest.
It gives visibility to activities and to people doing things that otherwise wouldn't be noticeable, and that changes your mental picture of what your community is like. If you know that there are churches who are holding pride festivals, or there are churches opening their doors for warming shelters, that alters your vision of what the community is like. You see more activity going on and you see visibility. I think it's really critical for the community's self-understanding.
The Fig Tree from the start has been multi-faith, multicultural, multiracial. We also bring the voice of women and seek to build a healthy, just community of women and men.
The multicultural topics that are presented and included in the Fig Tree, they cover diversity, equity, inclusion, and also social justice.
Peace and justice are two things that we very much feel that is part of what Jesus was involved in. It's not the way of the world, but it's the way that we are to follow.
I think it's a chance to say, there are good things happening in the world. There's a chaotic world we live in. I don't have to tell you that. But there's some positive things happening. There's hope.
The world is a microcosm in our community, and there are people from all different cultures and religions and races living in Spokane. We hear so much about hate groups that we forget about the transformative power of love in the community. Hearing those stories, then we can understand that our stories are their stories, and their stories are our stories.
I've been very blessed to be in community with very, very many different people. What I love about the Fig Tree is that they write about anything and anything that is important to the community or happening in the community. It's about anything and everybody.
Connecting the communities and those different folks with those resources, they'll lead to opportunities for meeting folks, for telling those stories, for developing those commonalities where we can work together and help each other in moving these things along. What the Fig Tree has helped us do is just that in the greater Spokane area. That education is a huge part of where we're at. What we're doing is it doesn't have to be either or. We can have power, we can have irrigation, and we can have our fish.
I'm Mary Mackay, and I'm a member. I've been associated with the Fig Tree for almost 40 years. I think it's partly people like me who just have liked the stories, and the writing is always excellent. I usually describe it as an ecumenical paper, and that's another feature that drew me in.
I think I'm kind of maybe proudest of following in, my mom's vision to make a difference. That became kind of a calling as the years progressed.
I am part of an incredibly important mission. We let the world know that there are people doing phenomenal things, and right in their own backyard.
We live in a global community, and we're part of a larger picture, and I need to know that, but the only way I can know that is to see that reflected to me in a way that helps get me up out of my chair and doing more than I did before.
If you hear about the people who are doing things and the efforts that they're making in all the different areas, it makes you realize, yeah, you can donate a pair of, some old clothes or drop a check in the mail and make a difference. And that being able to make a difference is what makes people feel powerful.
When a lot of people give a lot of little bits, it all makes a big difference.
It produces fruit. And I think when we look to the work of the Fig Tree over these 40 years, there's a legacy that has been left that I think is very positive. And it's also gotten the stories out about various projects and ministries that all of us see and observe and oftentimes are inspired by. So that's been a remarkable work and a legacy, really, left in these last 40 years.
I have been a lifelong reader of the Fig Tree as I grew up in Spokane, and I'm now lucky enough to be able to help contribute to it.
I really enjoyed working with the Fig Tree. I hope to go into religion reporting in my future once I graduate from Whitworth University.
When I need inspiration, I turn to the Fig Tree. The stories in the Fig Tree just make sense because it's people being human.
I want to wish you a 40th anniversary to the Fig Tree and to the editor, Mary Stamp. It's been pretty amazing to see since I was probably in high school, my dad and Mary Stamp working in concert together to bring up the issues of the city and to spread the good news of the gospel.
Well, thank you, Mary, for that gift. You've been inspiring me all these years.
Congratulations, Fig Tree. Happy 40th birthday. And here's to 40 more.